Hello, Henry here. Welcome back to another round of gaming. And today we are in Never Second in Rome. And we continue our journey with Titus Anicius and his crew, or the new crew. And it's part 13. So part 12 was rather slow going. Not much happened. So I'm very excited to see what happens this time around. And if we're gonna deploy somewhere else and Caesar goes with us to the south, towards Rome, something, I don't know. So, let's see, what do we want? I think we want a good swords fighter this time around. With a bit of strength and quickness. And how about some shield? He's better than average in discipline, in awareness, coordination, and constitution. And he's definitely the worst at javelin. He's good in melee. Look at the sword potential. That's even better than Titus. Gaius Rosonius is the next one on our list. And yeah, we continue here with the training. We keep ourselves as is, nothing to do here. We are good on the supervision, we are good on the parts there, so we can continue to go for our potential here. And I think that's also what we're going to do. I'm of a mind of maybe putting up javelin a bit more, but I think I'll keep it as is. The sentry on itself is nearing its potential, and we're getting there, which is what I want to see here. And that's why we keep everything standard, because there's nothing I really need to address urgently. So we're just going to keep him on artillery training, other duties, and just go with a normal workload with nothing going on. As for our inventory, we didn't loot anything. Oh, I wanted to see if our guys have upgraded stuff. Oh, Titus Ulpius has a nice bear belt. Okay, interesting. Let's see if the trade has anything to give us. I don't think so. This helmet is the same as the one we have. I don't think there's anything particularly new and better in here. Nope. No, doesn't look like it. Good. No new items. So, in summary, we're gonna continue and just gonna move through. There's an event. Your last reaction, okay, that's just the someone wanted to weasel out of his duties, and we said nope, not gonna happen. And we're just gonna move on. Caesar's opinion, your Tesserarius has distinguished himself for his organizatorial skill. Good on you. And we are upgrading, all is fine, morale is going down. By the way, I wanted to see what the morale is, 60. Yeah, we're gonna push that at the end. You are drilling a sentry to assault a fortified position with ladders. Check, give a practical demonstration, so coordination and quickness on ourselves or the sentry? On ourselves. So, coordination 62 and quickness 49, and that's a 50, that should work out. You shouldn't embarrass yourself. Yeah, we're gonna take this and we're gonna do it easily. Oh, and then you begin confidently enough, and then we failed. But you're good enough considered the hindrance of your gear. Yeah, did not good here. Ooh, managed to give useful advice. Nice. We got a discipline push on the crew. Yeah, that's a third of a level. That's really nice. Move on. Another event. There's no doubt that his victories and conquests in Gallia have made Caesar the most powerful man in the Republic, on par with Pompey. But the latter, despite his tenure as proconsul of the Hispanian province, has never left the vicinity of Rome over the past several years. He has been much closer to the centers of power, and his legion in Hispania as real as Caesar's. Pompey's attitude towards Caesar in recent times has become ambiguous, so to say the least. Even though he himself was once the object of hostility from the conservative aristocracy, the faction, the Optimates. His authority and his armies are the most readily available tools to put up against the commander, and Pompey the Great would eagerly embrace the role of a savior of the Republic. The situation is deteriorating. The consul elected for next year are both fierce enemies of Caesar. On top of that, one of the leaders of the faction, Cato, is said to have sworn publicly that he would prosecute Caesar as soon as his army was disbanded. However, the efforts to find a compromise have never been abandoned. There were negotiations between Caesar's friends in Rome and the other side during the past month. After many refusals, your proconsul has asked to be allowed to keep only one legion in the province of Illyricum until his election to consul. When even this request was denied, he left Gallia and crossed the Alps. As far as you know, he's currently following the crisis from Ravenna as close as possible to the border of Italia. According to many letters sent to Rome, his arrival started all sorts of fake rumors. Many in the capital believed that Caesar crossed the Alps with an army and was ready to wage war on the Republic. In reality, Caesar is only the 13th, which was already there to garrison the province and perhaps a few hundred horsemen of his personal guard. Nevertheless, in response to the panic, Consul Gaius Marcellus made his way out of the city's perimeter and met with Pompey. He asked him to defend the country against the impending threat and delivered into his hands the 2 legions stationed at Capua. Those 2 legions happened to be the 1st and the 15th, which had been taken away from Caesar to address the supposed threat from the Parthians. They had never left Italia. So we're fighting our own. Is it gonna be that? Despite all the tensions, many still do not believe that a new civil war will break out. Nobody really wants it, not even Caesar's enemy probably. The conflict between Sulla and Marius happened when your father was only a little younger than you are now. A lot of people have lived through it, are still around, but direct experience or by hearsay, everybody remembers all the misery it brought. As a precautionary measure, Fabius and his 4 legions are moved further south toward Narbo in Gallia Transalpina, close to the Great Sea and not far from the Pyrenees. Your 6th and the other legions with Trebonius leave the cantonments in the north to take their place in central Gallia. So we are around somewhere probably nowadays Paris or even further south. That's probably where we're at to save. Oh, base intellect went up. Perfect. The news that have been reaching you in Gallia, so far away from Italia and the crucial events that are taking place there are frustratingly sparse and confused. But one thing is certain. The steps that would bring the Republic to a breaking point were taken. The civil war is a reality and no longer an unlikely possibility. On the day the new consul inaugurated their term, the 1st of January, a letter from Caesar was read in Senate. You do not know the exact content of the missive, but you do know that it was far less accommodating than his previous attempts at finding a peaceful agreement. It is reported to have said that he would relinquish his proconsular command only if Pompey did the same. The reaction of his enemies was outrage. Consul Lentulus said flat out that he himself would no longer recognize the authority of the Senate if it chose appeasement towards Caesar over firmness or resolve. Integrity. Both sides had been speaking in terms that put them outside the law and principles of the Republic. Both had been trampling on the rules. How could this madness end well? Yeah, that's how this goes if people are vying for power and to the detriment of the populace. Only a few days later, the Senate approved an ultimate decree declaring an emergency and asking all the magistrates to defend the state from an existential threat. The tribunes of the plebs were prevented from exercising their right of veto, something not even the dictator Sulla, who all but stripped their role of meaning, had dared to. 2 of them, Mark Antony and Cassius Longinus, who took up office only a short time before, fled the city in the middle of the night. As the Senate met again during the following days, it did so outside of Rome's walls, so that Pompey could join in. New provincial governors were appointed without even going through a popular vote. Among them, Ahenobarbus was named proconsul of Gallia. Caesar was to be replaced by one of his most bitter rivals. When he learned of the ultimate decree, Caesar did what nobody expected. Even though he had only the 13th with him, he left Ravenna and crossed into Italia. According to a soldier of your centuries from around there, the border in that area is defined by a small river called the Rubicon. That's this situation. By violating this boundary, Caesar committed an open act of war and rebellion, one there was no turning back from. Oh, what is it? Alia Acta Est? I don't really remember. The dice have fallen, or dice have been cast. I don't know what's in English. Let the die be cast is the achievement I got right here. Couriers came asking for one of the 4 legions located in your area. Another was taken from Fabius's group. The 8th and the 12th were soon on their way to Italia. You and the 6th would remain in Gallia for the moment. integrity. If Caesar is a rebel, one has to wonder what that makes of you all. You have no ties with Pompey or with any one of the faction. All you have become you owe to your bond with Caesar. You do not really have a choice. You are in it whether you like it or not. Caesar's dispatchers said that his actions were necessary, that he had to defend his honor and that of tribunes of the plebs. The soldiers are willing to stand with him, even if anyone disagreed. They would not speak up now. You suspect that Caesar's real motives are more personal. If he lost his command and became a common citizen, his powerful enemies simply destroy him. This is a much stronger motivator than his declared reason. In Intellect and Humanitas, there is something else, a story you once heard. When Sulla stormed Rome for the second and final time, Caesar was a boy of 18. The unexpected loss of his father only 3 years before made him head of family well in advance of the usual time. When the Marian faction had ruled in Rome, the young Caesar, Marius' nephew through his aunt Julia, was chosen to be appointed as Flamen Dialis, one of the highest-ranking priestly roles. He also married the daughter of Cinna, Marius' closest associate. The return of Sulla marked a shattered change in the life of Caesar. The new dictator wanted him to divorce his wife. When Caesar refused to submit, a death sentence was issued against him. The young man was forced to flee from Rome and hide among the Sabines. In the end, only the intercession of the powerful Vestal virgins and prominent relatives on his mother's side saved his life. The death sentence was lifted, but his family already modest patrimony and his wife's dowry were taken by the regime, and his accession to priesthood was blocked. At such a young age, Caesar learned firsthand what it meant to live in a world in which his enemies had absolute power. It is highly plausible that his experience marked him deeply and has been affecting his recent decisions. Be as it may, his passage of the Rubicon caught his enemies completely off guard. The city of Ariminum, only a few miles from the border, was the first to surrender. In his typical style, Caesar moved so quickly that the other side had no time to react properly. The latest reports you heard had his cohorts in Arretium and in Ancona, more than 70 miles from the starting point, all without spilling a single drop of blood. He also started recruiting new troops in the occupied regions. Even though Pompey had 2 legions in Italia, they were still at Capua, far away to the south. More legions were being levied after decree, but such things demand time. The enemies of the commander were clearly unprepared for a winter campaign. It is February now, and these facts happened weeks ago. News take time to travel. The current situation is unknown to you, but what is sure is that Caesar's surprise advance must have caused quite the panic in Rome. According to unconfirmed rumors, Pompey and a lot of senators abandoned the city. There's also gossip of a more disturbing nature. Apparently, Labienus has deserted your side to join the enemy. Labienus, who had been with you since the beginning, who, as Caesar's most skillful legate, won so many victories here in Gallia. You are under no illusion that this mess will be over anytime soon. The men that you commanded is up against are rich and potent. They have huge networks of patronage in the eastern provinces they can call upon for aid, and on the opposite side in Hispania, Pompey's legions have yet to come into play. Oh, that's gonna be... So we're gonna go into the war on the side of Caesar probably, and we're gonna fight against Roman legions. That's probably what's gonna happen here. So we're on turn 19. We're gonna now go in and get all of the miscellaneous stuff going. So first up, we're gonna buy the whole century something. We're gonna buy ourselves a bit of drink. And we could increase our morale even further by 18, and we can increase this one by an discipline cost down. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, that looks fine, and we are done. Let's quickly join the trade. Look into the trade. Nothing here. So one more turn, and let's see the last turn and the summary. So Anicius is nearly at his potential. That's really where we want to be. The quickness is a bit lacking now. We're losing it, but it's fine. As for reputation, we're looking rather great. On Caesar's opinion is great, is good. The troops' opinion, they really like us. On religion, we are nearly done. On humanitas, we're nearly on the top of it. And yeah, on our deeds list is very long. We've got a civic crown, a gold crown, and some torques, and a lot of kills to our name. And the century itself is on 43 to 41 with a 44 discipline. So we managed to get in 3 levels of sword fight, 3 levels of shield, even 4 I think, and a few javelins. Good. And we're on 64 only, but that's fine. And yeah, we're gonna move on here. And that's that. Pompey, both consuls and a conspicuous number of senators had indeed abandoned Rome. Caesar's army was slicing through Italia like a blade of Toletum steel through wool cloth. When the 12th reached him, Caesar took his 2 legions to Asculum, 90 miles northeast of Rome in Picenum, Pompey's native region. Even that town opened its gate without fighting. The 10 cohorts that were supposed to garrison had fled. In the meantime, about 50 miles to the south, his sworn enemy, Ahenobarbus, moved in with 20 freshly raised cohorts to defend Corfinium. To those, he added 13 more that were brought to him from neighboring territories. Despite its numerical advantage, the freshly drafted army of Ahenobarbus was no match for 2 seasoned legions that had fought through the Gallic Wars. It was all it could do to wait behind the walls of Corfinium as Caesar laid siege to the city. After a few days, the 8th joined the 12th and the 13th. It also brought a small complement of cavalry and especially 22 cohorts from Gallia Transalpina. This has been recruited among the non-citizens native of the province shortly before Vercingetorix's rebellion, and they had been trained to fight the Roman way. When it became clear that Pompey would not come to its rescue, the garrison surrendered, and Caesar acted exactly as he did for the other Italic towns. His troops were forbidden to sack, pillage, and cause any damage, and everyone in Corfinium was pardoned. Those of the enemy who wished to do so could join him, the rest were allowed to go freely. Even Ahenobarbus, who chose to leave. Caesar was making a point of going down a different road to twin Sulla. There would be no vengeance, no terror, no proscription lists. This novel approach worked wonder from the start. Ahenobarbus' cohorts swore loyalty to Caesar en masse. In the meantime, Pompey was in Apulia, at the extreme south of Italia. He had the 1st legion, the former 15th, whose name had been changed to the 3rd, and more freshly recruited troops. By the time Caesar caught up to him about 2 weeks after Corfinium, he was in the major port city of Brundisium. The 2 consuls, Lentulus and yet another member of the Marcelli, had already left to cross the Adriatic Sea towards Epirus with part of the army. Pompey was still ashore inside the walls with 20 cohorts. Caesar had 6 legions between his veterans and the troops obtained locally. 2 legions gained at Corfinium had been sent to occupy Sicilia. Another legion would be on its way to Sardinia. Complex siege works were underway on both sides, and missiles were exchanged daily. When the ships that had transported the consul to Epirus came back, Pompey cunningly covered his retreat and managed to set sail from the port with most of its cohorts intact. Only 2 of the transports were captured before they could escape. With no fleet of his own in vicinity, Caesar had to give up on pursuing. It would have taken way too long to bring together enough ships. Besides, he could not call the rest of his army from Gallia, not without exposing it to Pompey's legion in Hispania, though they were without their general. Instead, he went to Rome for a brief stop to reaffirm his authority in the capital, abandoned by his enemies. He left the situation in the hands of Mark Antony and set forth to the north, crossing into Gallia Transalpina barely a month after the events of Brundisium. You know what it means. The moment you will be directly involved in this war is drawing near. I don't know if we're going south or if we're going back to Italia, and I think we're going to Hispania actually. So let me quickly save here. Okay, we're back. Save that. We're gonna continue. As soon as he arrived in the Transalpine province, Caesar found an unexpected setback. Urged by the faction, the coastal city of Massilia closed its gate on him. This would seriously complicate the operations. Massilia is the most important seaport in the region. Caesar met with a delegation of its citizens to convince them that he, and not Pompey, represented the true authority of the Republic, but almost at the same time, Ahenobarbus arrived by ship and took command of the city. The same Ahenobarbus that the faction had arrogantly appointed as new proconsul of Gallia and that Caesar spared after taking Corfinium. Nobody can accuse him of not being a tenacious man. There was no course of action left for your leader but to blockade Massilia. The last events are explained to you as Legate Trebonius prepares to leave the commands of a group. Caesar has summoned him to take charge of the siege operations and the army he brought from Italia. Your 6th and the other 2 legions must follow Fabius instead, who by order of Caesar left Narbo to cross the Pyrenees and gain a foothold in Hispania. Before you go, Caesar's envoys have another request. The commander needs cash to pay the troops. He asks that not only his military tribunes, but also his centurions lend him money. Just the other day, a rumor went around camp after some letters arrived from the capital. Apparently, Caesar's recent visit to Rome involved a side trip to the foot of the Capitoline Capitoline Hill, specifically to the Temple of Saturn and the treasury of the Roman people sheltered within. He is said to have taken possession of a large sum of money that had been deposited there over 3 centuries before, after the Gauls led by Brennus had sacked Rome. A curse was placed on the treasure that would hit anyone who got hold of it, unless it was to protect the city from another Gallic invasion. Since the entire Gallia is now under the rule of Rome, Caesar took the liberty of declaring the curse null and void. Very clever workings here, saying that there couldn't be a curse anymore because you took care of the curse, because the root cause of the curse is gone. At least, yeah. Apparently, this war is too expensive even for Caesar's means. You suspect that it will be a very long time before you see your money back, if ever. You're also aware that refusal to support the current effort would make you appear untrustworthy. Right now, I have 16,000 sestertii. I would love to lend him the 20, but we don't have the 20 because we bought stuff. So I'm giving him the 10. And it's welcome because I don't need it. I've got enough money to go around. We don't need to buy anything. Caesar's opinion is up. You are about to leave Gallia for the first time in nearly a decade. The preparations are underway. You overhear 2 soldiers talk, wondering whether they will really ask them to fight against other Romans and kill their brothers who are serving in Hispania. With their wine staff, tell them to shut the trap and keep working, or else we're ready to move on. Do not say anything. You are worried yourself. Shut them up. No, we're not beating them. Tell them to shut the trap and keep working. The long march to the Pyrenees holds no surprise. By the time you arrive, Fabius and his 3 legions have already assumed control of the mountain passes. They are waiting for you on the other side. So are the Pompeians. So, here we go. You join Fabius beyond the mountains in Hispania Citerior. So, the core of your force is now composed of 6 legions. 3 of them are the elite 10th, 7th, and 9th. Your former legion, the 11th, is also here, and in its 10th year of service, it is itself considered a consummate veteran legion by now. And then there is the 14th, and finally, of course, the 6th, the legion your century belongs to, the youngest of the group. At least as far as the regular troops are concerned, most of its centurions are soldiers of great experience as you are. So, yeah, our old legion is still here, and to read here, 10 years have gone by since we started from Gallia Cisalpina over to the Gallia. There are also 5,000 auxiliary skirmishers and 6,000 horsemen. Half of them have been part of Caesar's army for a long time and have been recently mustered from all over Gallia, including nearby Aquitania. So we're in the southwest right now. Your reason to be here is clear to everyone. You must neutralize Pompey's force in the Hispanian provinces so that you will not have to worry about them when the time comes to deal with Pompey himself. In absence of the proconsul, the Pompeians are led by 3 legates. Afranius, a former consul, has worked with Pompey for a long time during both the Sertorian War on his very land and the Mithridatic Wars in a faraway Asia. Petreius, too, has a lot of experience. He fought in the Social War for Pompey's father and with Pompey himself against Sertorius. Later, he led the forces that destroyed the subversive army of Catilina at Pistoria, when the famous conspiracy was crushed over a dozen years ago. And the third is Varro, who is staying behind with 2 legions to protect Hispania ulterior to the west. Varro is a famous intellectual and scholar, a man you hold in high regard. You feel relieved that for now he's not directly involved in the heat of the struggle. Afranius and Petreius have joined forces now on the move towards the town of Ilerda. Between the 2, they have 5 legions and a large number of auxiliary infantry units recruited among the locals, both the kind with large shields and the lighter troops known as Caterati, due to the small round shields they carry. According to your informer, your cavalry is slightly superior in number. Fabius has been trying to build good relations with the indigenous communities. Caesar should be here to soon to take the lead. There's a river in this area, the Secorus, which is hindering the supply route. Fabius orders the construction of 2 bridges over it, about 4,000 paces from one another. We're taking the ordinary difficulty because we are not strong here. We're gonna take once, twice. Rise. Yeah, that's looking good. Take special. And then we move on. We push them once. Put it out. Yeah, we are on 9. That's good. So get 1 in here. And then we go over to half. And then that should be it. I just now push through. Looks good. Yeah, we doing fine. Superior quality, and then we finish it. Good. Potential of engineering has increased. Nice. And we continue. Once the bridge is in place, large, heavily escorted convoys are sent to the other side of the river every day to bring back provisions. Afranius and Petraeus, who are encamped near Ilerda, not far from you, are using their own bridge to do the same. You are never involved in a fight, only the cavalry is frequently busy engaging in counterpart. On one windy morning, you are killing time dicing with a bunch of soldiers when you notice a sudden burst of commotion. 2 legions have found themselves stuck on the other side of the Sicoris. They were waiting for the pack animals and the cavalry to follow them across the closest bridge when the river, swollen by the rainfall of last night, suddenly made the structure fall apart. Another pair of legions are sent across the other bridge in case the enemy learns of the incident and decides to take advantage. Whenever it comes back, you hear that Pompeians had indeed launched an attack against this isolated troop. The appearance of the reinforcement standard in the distance was enough to interrupt the assault of the enemy cavalry and make their entire force desist and turn back. A close call, since several legions were drawing on to surround your brothers in arms. A couple of days later, repairs on the bridge are well advanced, and Caesar finally makes his appearance at the head of the 900 horsemen. A nice addition to your mounted force. You are busy elsewhere, but you're told that he spent most of the day surveying the nearby area. On the morrow, 6 cohorts are left behind to guard the bridge and the baggage. The rest of you march towards the town of Ilerda in 3 columns. When you are in proximity of the enemy camp, Caesar makes you form in battle array. Your cohort is the last in line. Afranius takes out his legions in response, but they stop on the slope in front of their base. When it becomes clear that the enemy will take no further initiative, the commander orders the 3rd line to dig a wide trench, while the first 2 provide cover. You must raise no rampart for now, should the Pompeians understand what is happening. Your sentry sets to work. You must raise no rampart for now. I think there's a mistake here. Engineering and discipline for the sentry. We are on, where is it? Engineering on 42 and discipline on 44. We should do it. Yes. Your men do their part in due time and without incident. When the ditch is ready, everyone moves behind where the enemy could attack only at a very high cost. Spend the night there, armed just in case the other side attempts to something bold. It is difficult to procure the materials, but before 2 more days have passed, you have now fortified camps surrounded on all sides by ditch and rampart. Afranius and Petraeus try to interfere with the work by drawing their force close, but the 3 legions on constant picket duty dissuaded them from engaging. The 6th cohort that were left behind reach you from the old camp with the baggage. The enemy is still encamped on high ground after 400 paces from you and 300 paces from Ilerda. Sometime later, Caesar commands 3 legions to take position on the plain outside, ready for battle. When you are lined up, you observe a force from Afranius' camp rushing toward a knoll about halfway between their position and the town. You get out of line to see what is occurring and notice that a vanguard of the 14th, previously hidden by the cohorts of the 9th, arrayed in the middle, is hurrying to reach the same position. Caesar must be attempting to capture the knoll. If he manages to fortify it, he will effectively cut off the enemy camp from Ilerda and form its stone bridge over the Sicoris. Unfortunately, it seems that either Afranius or Petraeus guessed his intention. The hostile formation has less distance to cover and arrives first. You should repel the vanguard sent by Caesar from the slopes of the mountain. More reinforcements are coming from the enemy camp. At a point you spot the standards of the 14th, which did not follow the assault teams, move out of position as if retreating or fleeing. Shortly thereafter, the 9th, which initially stood between you and them, charges forth. Whatever is on their path persists for a while. The noise suggests a brutal clash. Then they push forward. It looks like they have forced the enemy to fall back away from their camp toward Ilerda. On the side, you can now clearly see the 14th rallying. The 9th keeps moving onward up the slightly sloping ground that leads to the hill on which the town stands. You finally see the objective of their chase. Numerous Pompeian units are climbing up the side of the hill before the city walls. As soon as the 9th gets there, its progress becomes to a halt. The ground now favors the enemy too severely. Your comrades are stuck at the foot of the elevation, neither advancing nor retreating. The troops of Afranius are pelting them from the above. The line of contact is wide enough for only 3 cohorts at a time. Its sides are too steep to climb and the cavalry can give no support. The skirmishes never develops into a hand-to-hand combat, only missiles are exchanged. The Pompeians are getting reinforcements through Ilerda to replace the front fighters with fresh troops. Your commander is using these lulls to do the same. After a long time, it's your cohort's turn. Your sentry makes his way through the narrow space between the ranks of the front lines to take their place. Discipline. Discipline is on 44. I think we got it. Oof, barely. difficult maneuver and it caused a little disruption, but they pull it through rather smoothly. Once exposed at the front, your cohort seems hesitant. The enemy starts hurling javelins from above almost immediately. Take a few steps forward, face the danger alone to encourage the rest. Range defense on Titus. Yeah, we are not on range defense. No, never. Stay in line. More missiles rain down on your troops. Check your strategy dice to withstand the attack. Now we are getting hit. Several soldiers have been wounded, but non-fatally so far. Competitiveness goes down by 2. Yeah. Range defense, your signifier Ulpius is especially vulnerable. Leg has been hit, leg has been hit. Your entire line shoots back to keep the foe at bay and ease the pressure. Yeah, we are not gonna hit that either. No. Most objections for short. Enemies of your section get more confident and pelt you with renewed intensity. Competitiveness goes down and we lose a man. It's finally time for another cohort to take your place and let you disengage. Yeah, that was bad. I mean, I knew we were not gonna go for the javelin, so yeah. After several hours of struggle, you observe some veteran units surge forward up the hillside. The sudden move must have surprised some pains because a quick fallback towards the walls of Ilerda and the town gates. The temporary confusion lets the front line disentangle and retreat. At least your cavalry has enough room to step in and cover the withdrawal back to your camp. Null, that was the real reason for today's tussle, is still occupied by the enemy. Afranius and Petraeus have won a tactical victory, however small. Your side has suffered several hundred casualties, and the same is possible true for them. Very soon they start reinforcing the pricey mount with defensive works. So morale goes down a bit more. Let me just save here again. And we continue. So 2 days later, both armies are still recovering from the last scrap. You hear a thunderstorm in the distance. Soon it is raining. It starts raining, and the downpour quickly becomes so intense that you can barely see 2 palms in front of your nose. You hear someone ask who messed with Jupiter Pluvius. You have seen way more of the world than most people past and present, but you have never witnessed anything like it. It goes on for a long time. Fatigue is greatly reduced. When it's over, the ground feels like a bog under your feet. The river Socorus has become so swollen that it swept away both of your bridges. Even the locals agree that nothing of the sort ever happened in their lifetime, nor do they remember tales of anything similar from their ancestors. The stone bridge of Ilerda, the one controlled by Afranius, is still standing. You are in a tough spot now. Resources are very limited to this side of Socorus. The Pompeians have a lot of supplies in the town, and their auxiliary carry floating containers made of animal skin to cross the river at will. Several days pass, and you are patrolling an area between the river Socorus and Singa with your century and 2 other units from the same cohort to provide additional protection to the foragers, even though there is almost nothing to forage for. Enemy war parties made of light infantry have been spotted frequently in this area. These troops, which you call Kaitrati, are remarkably dangerous in such context. They are not only good skirmishers, they are even more well known for their outstanding swordsmanship. Armed with their peculiar curved blades, they are formidable foes in close combat. You have almost deluded yourself into thinking that nothing would happen today when one of the other sentries gives the alarm. All 3 units coalesce into a smaller cohort to repulse a group of Satrati about as large as yours. You get ready to receive the first assault. So here we go, the fight is going on. We're building an altar. Last time around we did Minerva, Apollo, Victoria. How about we do Diana again? Maybe Jupiter, maybe Mars. And we confirm. And we go on. And in we are. The cohesion must be 15,500. They are in 1744. And no idea how long the fight is gonna be. Let's check. 5140 is their baseline. Ours is 4341. They've got shields and all the stuff. Determination is better, so the difference is minimal. Throwing part. Yeah, we're not throwing bands. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this. And we miserably miss, as is usual, because we roll so badly. And of course they hit with a big hit. 19 damage. And we do nothing because, well, yeah. Wow. Okay, here we are. Initiative seizing. Yeah, we're gonna go normal and hope we get the initiative. Of course we don't, because why ever would we? I mean, why? We haven't rolled anything above... Oh god, he's going for the special. Okay. Only a bit of damage. And now look at this difference in determination. That's really bad. Okay, at least he bungled that one. Now it's our turn to get the momentum. We need the momentum. Yeah, we're not gonna go fierce. We're gonna go normal. Oh, come on. Not a single one above 50. Not a single one on 4. That's bullshit. And then 2 damage. Yeah. Oh, man. And then a hit. And the kill. Glorious start to this game. Oh, man. That's a really nice start. I love to see that bullshit. Oh, man. So this is going to be a very hard fight. That's our... that's one of the new ones of ours. Yeah. Oh man, I'm pissed already at this game for doing that bullshit to me. Okay, we did that. Can we hit him? Of course we can't, and lose stuff. Man, I'm pissed that we can't roll above 50. That's bullshit. Okay, he couldn't recover as well. Now we should recover. And then we maybe strike again on to nothing. Yeah, nothing we can do here. How about we feint simple? Woo! It's going swimmingly. Wow. Wow. Yeah, forget about it. What are we gonna do? Paint a simple one. Yeah, failed. Paint another simple one. Failed. Yeah, with the 12 especially. Defensive focus for him. Defensive focus for us. Defensive focus for him. He's in defensive mode. I don't know why. He could probably win against us. Ooh. Ooh. Can we hit him? No. A modest win for us, but we lost the guy just to nothing, to basically first round nothing. How stupid is that? How fucking stupid. Yeah, of course. Oh man, this game is, yeah, double damage. Oh wow. And where's another next kill? Man, that game is bullshitting us. Anicius has to go forward now. We need that. Imbalance is on 3. He's on steadfast. Yeah, we have done no damage at all. None whatsoever. Titus, come on, Titus, we need you. 50, 38, and we've got 71. Yeah, we got that one going, so please. He's beginning. Offensive focus, our chance to do something. On a torso hit. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Yes, that's what I want to see. Recovery failed, and now it's our chance to go in and really give him something. Do we do a leg hit? That's not gonna work out. Plus go with a plus 21 torso. That's a hit. And that's another. Yes. Give him damage. Rebound focused. I think we've got him. Just kill him. Yes. Okay, nice. So Titus had to take the initiative here. That's a kill. And that's a really big blow to their part, because we now need to get our determination in order here, because that's not looking good here. And they lost their momentum, finally. So, we are going back. We're gonna hold back here, and yeah, do we do this? Balance on 7. How about we go for cautious? Cautious? Oh, 3-time hit on cautious, nice. And a 1-hit. Interesting. Wouldn't have thought that we get that. But I'll take it. Cohort is slowly disengaging. Yeah, fine. He did nothing. He's very cautious now. We're going forward to Fierce. We'll take the penalty. And we don't hit. Yeah, and he gets 2, of course. He gets 2. We're on round 5 of 6. Do we go steadfast again? We're on imbalanced. Probably 2, so nothing happens. 2, nothing happens. Yeah, we are already very exhausted here. Nah, not worth it. We need to go back, cautious. Oh, we should have gone even further back. Yeah, now we get damage. Ah, damn it. Yeah, of course, and it's a kill. How does he get so many? Come on, go away, please. Just go away. Recompact it is. Yeah, not really. Okay, let me save here. Can't even save. There is no option to save. Interesting, that changed. I knew you could at some point do that. Because it's getting late here, but well, then we have to continue, I would say. We're already 41 minutes in, but let's pull through here. Hopefully we get the initiative. We do, and we need Titus to go in straight away. Or do we take the momentum? I think we take the momentum. Yeah, let's take the momentum. Oh boy. Determination fucked right away. Oh man, I love to see it. Bullshit. He's going all out, hitting, and we are getting fucked again. Really. Oh, Titus is in a fight. Yeah. Come on, Titus, we need a kill. We are on good defense, so he shouldn't be able to hit us. Yeah, no way to hit us. He's on 53-42, okay. Can we strike him right away? We can. That's a hit. Can we hit him into the leg? The leg was the one with the... We even do the head. Let's do the head hit. Yeah, of course I do something special, and of course I get fucked over. Yes. Just I like how I like to see it. Glorious. Okay, that's a hit. Also hit. Okay, he's nearly dead. We should have him next turn. That's another kill. Another kill for Titus. 2 kills in a row. Titus Anicius, it is his first fight, I think. 43-38 to 43-36. So close to the same, except for he has the advantage on the attack part. Pains me and does it, of course. Pains me again? Really? Already dying? Oh man, that's bullshit. I should have gone into defensive mode, my bad. Okay, he failed that one, and he failed that one, perfect. Now we can recover, and then we can attack back. On a strike onto the torso. Yeah, fuck off. Plus 14. This game, giving me bullshit all the way. I mean, come on. Best chance I had. Best fucking chance I had, and we blew it. And then in mine. Really bullshit. I call bullshit on all of those rolls, please. Okay, can we do anything here? How about a simple? No. How about another simple? No. Oh, maybe. Yes, okay. We got one. And it's recovered. Okay, we can strike because this is the last round anyway, and we are behind him. Yeah, that's a miss. And that's gonna be a miss again, as usual. Yeah, marginal defeat. He's going all out and is totally imbalanced. I don't want to go back, to be honest. Titus is really getting it. Nice, 2 hits. 2 hits. Come on. Come on. Can't give me anything, right? Okay, Titus now needs to kill someone. Make the most out of the bonus we have now. Really? A minus 55 strike? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's a head hit, I would say. Nice. Bypass the armor. Soft spot attack again. Onto the leg? Probably. Nice. He's now down to fatigued. And now we need to hit him again into the torso. 27, and we hit him again into the torso, and it's another kill. So Titus carrying us through this one. Titus really carrying us here. Gnaeus again, like Canius. This time he has the advantage due to the enemy being already 1 fatigue level up. Intimidation strong. Let's get himself intimidated. Can we feint here? We could. And we lose the resistance. He even got stance from that, really. While Corso hit on, we do just a hard press, okay. Okay. Can we hit him again? Yes, we can. This time it's a hit. And we do another run. And it's another hit. Perfect. Gnaeus going for a good round here. Nope. Torso hit again. And we're just gonna continue. And the torso hit again. Nice. Okay, he only has 1 rebound focus going for him. We could do a soft spot torso. And now it's a normal strike torso and he should be dead. Yes, Gnaeus. Big guy. Gnaeus also doing a good kill. Look at this. Already pushed him down. Really great. We're also round 2. The second over round, and I think that's a 3rd and maybe a 4th. Okay, he's very cautious now. Interesting. Do we go after him? I think so. Look at this. Take Anicius back. He did his thing. Now let's do... let the army do its thing. Yes. Come on, give us a kill. Please give us a kill. Yes. And another one. Ah, damn it. But a good kill, nevertheless. Yeah, no momentum for him. Attack for us. Nothing. Hit. And the kill. Wow. Okay, we're looking great. To be honest, I think... do we push the advantage here? I think so, right? Take Anicius with us. I think we have to push it. We're on round 4. We can go back to steadfast and cautious. But we need to press the advantage here. Ah, no. Come on. Okay, at least 1 hit. Now we need to get back. Now we need to go really back and save ourselves. Yeah, he's already done for. We're going cautious. Steadfast here. Back. He's going steadfast. Okay, he's getting the full damage now into the front. So whatever we do, he gets it in the front. Come on, how did we not hit any one of those? With just a minus, a single digit minus. Oh, fatigue is way up. We really did a bad thing here. We now need to recover. Okay, he's fatigued. Yeah, perfect. Can I hit him? No, but can I trick him? Yes, maybe. Nice! And now we get to the attack part. perfect. The damage would go straight to the full... Yeah, gonna do that. And gonna do that again. Nice, nice. Yeah, recovery of 50, and that's that. Possibility to strike again. No. Then we recover. No. Ah, plus 28. You now see why I don't go for stuff that is not explicitly way up on the bonus level, because otherwise we just would not get a kill done anyway. What? Oh, please. Please, 2 life. You're bullshitting me now. You're really bullshitting me on that. Come on. Really? Really? Oh, come on. Come on. 2 fucking life. That's bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Look at this. -5. 5 rolls, -5, non-hit, and then, yeah. Bullshit. We're going very cautious here. We need to get that number down because we are really fatigued here. Recompact. Okay, we got them down real quick, real far. Oh, we can save an exit. Okay, interesting. Didn't see that before. Yeah, initiative. We lose the initiative. Oh, come on. Is this true? Is this real? Okay, at least he didn't hit anything. It's our time for momentum, and I don't think we do anything other than get cautious. Do we get cautious? Yeah, we get cautious. Let's go back and get the imbalance down. Okay, yeah, he's fierce now. And his determination. What the fuck is going on? Are you kidding me? Okay, at least he didn't hit. We can now go back up. We can bring Titus in. No, we need... Yeah, we need Titus to do another kill here. Yeah, he's gonna attack because he's got 4 momentum. Okay, Titus, your chance to get another kill here. And we need it. Again, as always. Okay, normal strike, not really hitting. I'm not convinced that we're gonna get that hit. Yeah, told ya. Fucking told ya we're not gonna get that hit. So, of course. Oh, come on. Plus 14 and we get nothing. Okay, that is now it, right? Please tell me we can hit that. Oh, come on! Is that for real? Are you kidding me? That's the bullshittiest bullshit ever here. 2 rounds of bullshit. Please. No hit? Are you kidding me? Okay, a deft one. Please. Yes. Good. And now that should be a hit on to the groin. Or the leg. Let's put it on the leg. Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit on this fight. I mean, come on. Please. Can we trick? We can trick. Okay, can we hit attack? Not really. Do a groin hit again? 50? Fucking 50! Yeah. You see what we're dealing with, right? Just bullshit on top of bullshit here. Wow. Yeah, fine. Gloriously bad. I mean, what a fight. That was the worst fight we had in a long while. And look at this termination bullshit now. Wow. Really. Oh, double hit. Nice. And another hit. Wow. Surprising, actually. Get him back. He is... we now need this one to go down. Whoa, just barely. And no hits, of course, no hits. Okay, he's going very cautious. Do we go fierce? Or do we replenish? I mean, we could hit him now, but what's the point? How about we go cautious and just get ourselves to replenish a bit? Okay, get Anicius in the front, get an attack going and do this. Oh, please. Please. That was bullshit. Oh, another. That is good. That brings fatigue way down. And now we have a chance. I mean, that's the last round. We've got it already. Yeah, and finally we get the... he's on steadfast. Okay. This time we are doing the thing here. Okay, 3. That's good. 1 hit. Yes. Not the best. Okay, we still got the advantage and hit nothing. Fine. Titus is back again, so I want him to... Really? Wow, that's a bad round. Titus, here he is. Okay. Titus, next chance to do something here. We have got the advantage on every part here. There should be no way for him to hit us. And that should actually be a clean kill here. Yeah. Let's go for the torso. It's a hit. Let's go for the groin. No, torso again. It's yellow. It's golden. Yeah, that's just two more torso hits and he's gone. Not gonna do anything for you. Nice. And another one and it's gone. He's gone. 65 with a big fat bonus. Oh! Gaius Rosonius. First time. On 5650 against a 4963 with a lot of bonuses on our side. And we're the quicker. Yeah, that's a torso hit. Wow! Starting strong again, are we? Okay. Okay. Can we soft spot hit? Not really, but we could do a normal strike again. Are you fucking shitting me? How is this a thing? How? How the fuck is this a thing that we're just every time? Please. He's going defensive bonus, and that's enough for him to... I call bullshit on it. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, an easy fight, really gone wrong. Love to see it. Love to see it. So, our recovery. And now, can we do something again, please? 30 fucking 8! Yeah. 30 fucking of 8. Yes. Really strong. Really fucking strong. Groin hit. Yes, finally. Another groin hit. Okay, good. 1 hit more. 1 round and 1 hit and he'd be dead. But no. Of course we have to bullshit around. Take Anicius back, take this one, and that should be an extra hit. Good. Yes. Could be a kill at some point. Yeah, there it is. And he's already down to 1,000. Perfect. Yeah, we're on the last fight. Oh man. He's on cautious, we stay on steadfast, I guess. Yeah. And just gonna move in. nothing fancy, just damaging. His front line is nearly gone. Oh, nice kill. It's gonna really hurt him. Okay, we're on imbalance 7, but this is the last round, so go after him. Really push him out. Still nothing. Yep, there's a hit. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Of course, he rolls as high as he can again. Okay, round 5. Hit. Nothing. Hit. Nothing. Nothing. And Titus again. Oh, Titus is very, very, very fatigued. Oh, offensive focus. Interesting choice here. But we should have that. Nice. Can we do a soft spot attack onto Corso again? Yes! 47 bonus and we fucked it up. Oh boy. Yeah. For fucking sure. Game, for fucking sure. We're gonna go groin. It's a hit. And now his morale is way out, and we should have that one going for us. Groin again. How? How? Every time we go for the soft spot hit on the groin, he just goes, nah, not happening. So that's it. Next kill. Okay, that's the 4th. I don't know how many to kill. I think that's the 4th in one fight. Yeah, we are. Oh, look at this. That's new. You get achievement of the primary goal and some extra for going even further than the goal. Oh, a gold. Nice. We didn't have a gold one before. Or battle prowess. That's because we killed a lot of guys. Sentry on your left manages to break through. The Catrati lose their nerve and are driven away. Perfect. So we're gonna pause here. And I think we will continue. I don't know how long this is gonna go on, but Caesar does not even bother to provoke Afranius and Petraeus to battle. It would be pointless. They are well stocked. They simply have to keep your isolated, and time will do the rest. You are waiting for a large convoy of reinforcements and supplies on its way from Gallia, but they will not be able to cross the Sicoris as things stand. Your commander wants to rebuild the bridge, but the enemy can freely cross the river and it's certain to hamper the activities from the other side. Check. Send your engineers to give a hand. Send your artillery team. What can we do? Artillery 40. That's not a 40. Engineering 42. Double engineering, a bit of discipline and bravery. Discipline is 44. Artillery is gonna be engineering is gonna be doubled, so that's an 84. That's a 44 again is 128, and bravery is 57 maybe. Yes, we do it by 1. They show surprising capabilities to work under stress and danger, considering their relative lack of experience. Potential for engineering went up, but all efforts are useless. The bridge under construction offers an easy static target to the Pompeians who keep flinging missiles from the other side. Current still very strong and complicate everything. The endeavor is soon abandoned. The bridge are no longer a viable solution. Your scouts are spotted the convoy of Gallic warriors that Caesar was expecting. Predictably, they are stuck on the other side of the river. Afranius discovers them and sent most of his army to wipe them out. They withstood the assault of the cavalry, but when the legions entered the fray, they had to retreat. They found safety on a close-by range of hills. As for you, the lack of food is beginning to have an impact. Lingering fatigue. These are orders of construction of boat built of light timber with the hull clad in hides and partially composed of woven twigs. Usually designed, he learned back during the adventures in Britannia. He's up to something. Difficulty 4. I think we just have to push it here. No need for fancy pants stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna push through here. We're just gonna make it. Difficulty 4 is just enough of what we can do. Okay, we get a few bonuses here. That's good for us. And we are here. Perfect. Get a superiority going. Get it out, and that's that. So, one of the first nights after completion, boats are moved by land using wagons combined in pairs away from camp, concealed from the enemy's eye. You do not know yet what is going on. Later, one of the veteran legions leaves on foot in the same direction. After 2 more days, you are informed of Caesar's plan. The wagons took the boats more than 20 miles from your current location. There, picked units used them to cross the river and fortified a suitable place on the other bank. The legion had left camp, later took advantage of the protection to build a new bridge. Most of the carry is sent across. It lays waste to the unprepared foraging parties of the enemy. The trapped Gallic convoy can also use the bridge to come to your side. It comprises several thousand warriors, including horsemen and archers. They lost 200 of the latter when they were attacked, but most of their mounted force and pack animals have made it. The abundant supplies they have brought are most beautiful sight of the last few weeks. Rate reduced. Nice. Situation has flipped so suddenly it must be shopping for the Pompeians. 5 local communities sent envoys to Caesar in quick succession to manifest their intention of siding with him and recognizing his authority. Not only that, but Caesar announces good tidings from the siege of Massilia. There has been a naval battle and your side has prevailed. Ahenobarbus has lost 9 ships, although the siege is not over yet. And the new bridge has served its purpose. It is, however, very far from the main camp and the enemy base of Ilerda. Our rank is not high enough. Damn it. Centurion of the First Court explains the next steps to you and your peers. Caesar has found much closer place where the river can be diverted using artificial channels. It is an ambitious plan, but if successful, it would make an extensive section of the Sicoris fordable. If your engineers participate, this is out of their depth. Your men will take part in the digging like everyone else. Engineering and intellect from century. Intellect is 51, that's above 50. Engineering not. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Engineering, discipline, and endurance. Endurance is 56, discipline is 44, and engineering is 42. Nah, we dig the trenches, and it's just barely enough. Okay. Your activity seems to be worrying Afranius and Petreius. They have sent 2 of their 5 legions across the Sicoris to build a new camp. You've also been told that they are having a pontoon bridge arranged over the river Ebro, about 25 miles to the southeast of Ilerda. They want to move to Celtiberia, where Pompey's name is still feared and respected by the native tribes after the long Sertorian War. Among them, your adversaries might get a leg up on you once again. The fort is not fully ready yet, but it can be waded through on horseback. In the middle of the night, you are called from your tent. The enemy's army has crossed the stone bridge of the town and has joined the 2 legions that were waiting on the other side. They left only a small garrison in Ilerda to prevent you from using that route. It could not be clear that they want to move towards Ebro tonight. Caesar sends the cavalry across the ford. At dawn, the sentries on the height next to your camp can see the daring action of your mounted auxiliary as they harass the enemy columns from the flanks and rear to hinder their march. Word spreads quickly, and in a short time the soldiers of the Red Legions are complaining with their centurions and tribunes. They want to risk a crossing and stop the enemies as soon as possible before the Pompeians escape and the war protects indefinitely. The officers exhorted by their troops speak to Caesar. He picks one of the legions to defend the camp. The rest will attempt defeat, even though the water is still rather deep and the current is dangerously rigorous. But first, all centurions must sift out their units. Anyone who is not fit for the task ahead, they will be left behind to help protect your base. Pack animals and horses take position both upriver and downriver. Then the legions begins to traverse in Sicoris. It takes a while before it's your turn. Check and go. Strength and Constitution. Strength 69 looks lovely. Constitution, yeah, that should be done. Yeah, perfect. You reach the other bank safely. Staff members also make the crossing. All 5 legions complete the passage. Despite the delay, you catch up with Pompey halfway between midday and sunset in the 9th hour. They have certainly spotted you long before your arrival and have redeployed on high ground to avoid battle. Their march has come to a halt for today, which was exactly Caesar's intent. The enemy has set up camp, so do you. Okay, sorry, hit pause too early. There's gonna be a fight here probably, so I'm gonna say we save here. And I think part 13 is gonna continue next time with a second one. And I guess the second part is gonna be another fight. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.